Good afternoon to one and all present over here. I heartily invite all the guests and Dpst parents to the 6th annual function of Dpst Tapi. It is indeed an honor for all of us who are present here in this Saturday afternoon.
We began in the year 2009 with a beautiful learning partnership that formed a triangle between the school, the students, and the home. It is this partnership that binds the wonderful management and the lovely teachers with the students and the home. These three mighty pillars together form a nation and establish global citizens.
To pay an obeisance to the learning partnership which continues, I would like to request Ms. Pratibha Rathore, grandmother of Devika and Devrat Rathore, and Mr. Darshan Shah, father of Prapti Shah, and Mrs. Anuradha Ramnath, mother of Akansha and Rishabh Ramnath, Rutvi and Spandan Shah from class 3 to come on the stage and light the Vidya Deepam, the lamp of learning. This is the lamp of knowledge or learning, which symbolizes the labor and effort that we put to thank you. What is an event in a school without the principal addressing the students and the audience? Therefore, I would like to call upon our respected principal ma'am to come on the stage and address us on this most awaited day of the year.
Good afternoon and welcome. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you this afternoon to our 6th annual function. Normally you come to us at Narthan Patya. Today we have come to you. Now, I know you are all keyed up with expectation, so I'm not going to take too much time with my words, but I couldn't resist this occasion. Normally, you come to me one at a time. I meet you to solve your individual problems. No one comes to meet the principal unless they have some problem to be solved. I rarely get all the parents together except on occasions like this. So I thought this would be a very nice day when you're all in a very receptive mood, waiting to see our children perform. And perhaps we can just match our visions for them. Our children over here just spoke to you about our learning partnership. It's this symbol. It's a triangle. This triangle for its base has you at home and us at school. And if the base is strong, then at the apex, the student will be strong. Now, I would like to appeal to you. You normally think that having selected a good school and sent your child to the school, there isn't much left for home to do. Now, I would like to put it to you that it is not the syllabus alone that will mold the child. It is not the school alone that will mold the child. Because learning does not happen in a building. Learning doesn't even happen in a syllabus. Learning happens in here. And children pick up a lot from what they see, from what they hear. And what they see and hear most of the time is us. We at school and you at home. So I thought that we need to give a little more attention to ourselves. What are we saying and what are we doing? And how are we inspiring these little children who actually lack role models? I'm asking, I'm appealing to each one of you to become a role model. I'm not asking you to achieve very great things in life. You may suddenly say that I may be successful in my own career, but how will that help my child? Yes, it will. They will pick up time management, they will pick up planning, they will pick up problem solving. They're doing that in school. You see how ably our senior students are managing the show. The teachers are doing very little. They learn all this from their teachers, but we find that those who are most receptive are people who have extremely supportive home environments. And we need this support base. Without you, the triangle is incomplete. More importantly, without you, this base, this firm base of the learning partnership is incomplete. I don't think only of these children in terms of them making a personal career and being successful in that career. The world now is famous with people who have made millions and then given these millions back to society, because making a million or making a billion for them is no big deal. I would like to see the names of my students emblazoned across this world for tremendously positive successes in life. I don't care which career they take up. The world needs scientists, the world needs musicians, the world needs expertise. So it doesn't matter in which area they have their expertise. I want them to dream big, to think big, to achieve big, not to just think of themselves as fitting a slot in a very small dream. The vision has to be big. And to help them, we need to listen to them. We need to observe them. We need to know who they are. Otherwise, how are we going to help them carve their future? How are we going to help them achieve their dreams if we don't even know what they are, who they are, what their dreams are, what their thoughts are? So I have been sharing this particular feeling with my teachers who I meet daily, and now I'm sharing it with you because I get to meet you less often. Let us become good observers. Let us become good listeners. Let us learn to empathize with our children. Too often we are telling them what is to be done, what is not to be done, what can be better done, but without first listening, observing, studying, analyzing what is before us. What constitutes these individuals who are moving about around us? Who knows? I hope that we have world leaders in our midst. And I'm sure the grandparents in the audience agree with me, yes? Yes? Exactly. So now what I would like is taking this annual function as a base occasion where we observe, we empathize, we understand what these children are capable of. The potential and the energy that brings these children to us today here on this stage. Maybe on the world stage in the future, they will be playing equally bright, equally adventurous roles. So with this thought, I hand the mic back to our compares, and I hope that you will enjoy this evening as much as they have enjoyed preparing this evening and dedicating this function to you, their parents, grandparents, and all their other loving family and friends. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your words of wisdom always help us to keep the light inside us burning bright. I request all guests present here to comfortably sit and watch this spectacular show.
But before we begin, we request parents not to block anybody's view by clicking photographs and recording their ward's performance, as we have professionals capturing every moment of this show, which will be later uploaded on the school website.
We also request the audience to enjoy the entire show and be there till the end of the program. Kindly do not ask for your word in the middle of the program as it will disrupt the smooth flow of functioning. It's time for the most awaited show.
So
So
here's presenting From the Stars.
Inspired by the Dpst Astronomy Club.
At the beginning, the entire universe was inside a bubble that was thousands of times smaller than a pinhead. It was hotter and denser than anything we can imagine.
A lot of energy was being formed, which led to the creation of different molecules. And then suddenly there was a blast. The universe that we know was born. Time, space, and matter all began with the Big Bang.
With this bombardment, a lot of energy was released, and many particles were formed. Gases like helium, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, argon, and neon were released. As most of the collapsing mass collected in the center, the rest flattened into a protoplanetary disk, out of which the planets, moons, asteroids, and other small solar system bodies were formed.
With the combination of hydrogen and oxygen, water was formed. With the coalescing of hydrogen and a few other elements, stars were also formed. Thus, in this way, the entire solar system was formed. The solar system was formed approximately 4.6 billion years ago and consists of the Sun, planets, dwarf planets, and other astronomical objects bound in its orbit. The formation was caused by the collapse of a giant molecular cloud, the mass at the center collecting to form the Sun and a flat disk of dust around it, which the planets and other bodies would eventually be formed from.
The Sun has such powerful gravity, it tries to pull all the planets towards it, while the planets try to fly away in the end. They're kind of in the middle, floating around the Sun. Sun, or Soul, is my name. I am the star at the center of our solar system and is responsible for Earth's climate and weather. I am a hot ball of burning gas and is very hot, about 15 million degrees Celsius. 1 million Earths could fit inside me. The Romans named me Mercury, after the messenger of gods, because it appears to move so quickly. I am the smallest and the closest to the Sun.
I was named Venus after the Roman goddess of love because of its shining presence. I am the brightest object in the sky besides the moon and the sun. A number of other cultures also named Venus after their own gods or goddesses of love and war. Do I have to introduce myself? I am Earth. I am the only planet not named after a god. My name is based on Germanic and Old English words for ground. You will get to know more about me a little later.
Mars. I was named after the Roman god of war because of its red color, which reminded people of blood. I was named after the king of gods, Zeus by the Greeks and Jupiter by the Romans. Ancient civilizations most likely named me after the most powerful god because of its size. I am the largest and most massive planet in our solar system. Saturn. I was named after the father of the king of gods, as well as being the god of agriculture and harvest. I am the last planet that can be seen from the Earth without the aid of a telescope. Uranus is the name of the Roman god, who is the father of Saturn. My name was suggested by the astronomer Johann Bode. I have the third largest planetary radius and fourth largest planetary mass in the solar system. I am Neptune. I was named after Neptune, the Roman god of sea. I am the farthest planet from the Sun and is placed 8 in the solar system.
Pluto was named after the Roman lord of the underworld. In 2006, Pluto was demoted to the status of dwarf planet.
Earth is the only planet with an atmosphere that supports life. The atmosphere due to which we are alive. But it was not the same since the beginning. We are living in the so called third atmosphere.
Earth's original atmosphere was probably just hydrogen and helium because these were the main gases in the dusty, gassy disk around the sun from which the planets formed. The Earth and its atmosphere were very hot.
Earth's second atmosphere came from volcanoes and was mostly carbon dioxide, ammonia, and steam. As it cooled down, it rained and made the oceans and a lot of carbon dioxide dissolved. Later, some types of algae started making oxygen, until when the atmosphere was like it is today.
Now we have Earth's third atmosphere. the one which we all know and love, an atmosphere containing enough oxygen for animals, including ourselves, to evolve.
Troposphere. Warm sun radiates this layer, warming the ocean and ground. All the clouds, breathable gases, and life is found here.
Stratosphere. Planes fly here, it's got the ozone layer that absorbs and saves us from the harmful radiations.
Mesosphere. It's cold here and meteors glow here.
Ionosphere. It's considered as the outer space. An electrical layer created by ions is found here, which is used to transmit radio waves.
Exosphere. The final layer of our atmosphere that extends into space. Solar winds compress it and push it down. When the winds are still, this layer can extend more than 6,000 miles into space.
This layer has all the clouds. Troposphere life will be found. Sun warms the ocean and ground. I'll tell you, breathable gases in here. Warm sun radiates, this layer gets cold as you move up above, as it turns to the next layer. The atmosphere is why there's life, because the raging sun's a fire in the sky. Thanks to the ozone, rays are absorbed of the sun. Stratosphere, here we come. Planes fly there to and fro. The ozone layer is among. It's got ozone really so neat, blocking some rays like UV. It rises up like a tide. The temperature it will rise. The atmosphere is why there's life, because the raging sun's a fire in the sky. Thanks to the ozone, rays are absorbed of the sun. Mesosphere is cold. Meteors will glow molten, and all your fears will subside. All the meteors will fry. Ionospheres on the list, aurora borealis, and the exosphere will disperse, the hottest layer of course. The atmosphere is why there's life, because the raging sun's a fire in the sky. Thanks to the ozone, rays are absorbed of the sun.